Hello everyone, I am Shuo-Peng Liang, Senior Researcher at ITRI MMSL. It is a pleasure to be here with you today to share our latest developments in digital twin technology. This presentation introduces a 4-year research program developed at ITRI's Mechanical and Mechatronics Systems Research Labs. The technology, titled Digital Content Generation for Immersive Interaction with Digital Twins, addresses a critical gap in modern smart manufacturing. When a CNC machine fails at a remote factory, traditional video calls cannot convey the depth of real-time machining state, spindle load, axis coordinates, or cutting dynamics needed for expert diagnosis. Our team started in 2023 by building a multi-user VR/AR platform that synchronizes live controller data with a 3D kinematic model, enabling field operators and remote experts to diagnose faults together in a shared virtual space. Over 4 years, we evolved from basic data projection to unsupervised AI anomaly detection, then to multi-agent SOP generation, and finally to full OpenUSD-based cross-platform integration. The result is a unified system that compresses a 13-hour fault resolution cycle down to 3 hours, trains AI quality models with just 50 samples, generates standardized SOP documents in 2 hours instead of 20, and enables heterogeneous equipment, CNC, AMR, and warehouse robots, to be virtually commissioned from a single platform. This presentation walks through the core technology, competitive advantages, real industry deployments, and a detailed success story from Linkia Technology. Here, we outline the 4 core technology modules that form the backbone of our system. Immersive Collaborative Diagnostics establishes a real-time VR/AR workspace where multiple roles, floor operators, remote engineers, and supervisors can interact simultaneously. The platform pulls raw data directly from the CNC controller's native API rather than relying on secondary sensors, eliminating latency and ensuring data fidelity. The virtual scene auto-renders the machine's kinematic chain, tool tip trajectory, and 4 synchronized data dashboards, enabling the remote expert to observe sub-millimeter vibration behavior as if standing next to the machine. AI milling quality assessment replaces static threshold alarms with a self-adaptive dynamic control band trained on unsupervised learning. A baseline of only 50 good sample cutting runs is sufficient, reducing typical AI onboarding data requirements by 80%. The model continuously recalibrates its upper and lower energy bounds as the machining stage changes, preventing false positives while detecting genuine anomalies with 100% accuracy in validated test scenarios. Multi-agent SOP generation deploys 2 cooperating LLM agents, a Llama 3.2-11B model that generates the full SOP task definition, and a 3B model that scores and iterates each step. A 20-step procedure that previously required a senior engineer to spend 20 hours now takes under 2 hours, with an 80% full text accuracy rate and a 90% step-level accuracy rate. OpenUSD cross-platform integration brings together CNC, AMR, and warehouse systems in a shared NVIDIA standard digital space, enabling virtual commissioning and industrial metaverse deployment. Next, let's look at the 3 competitive differentiators that set our technology apart from international benchmarks from robot and machine tool companies. The first advantage, Immersive Collaborative Diagnostics, directly addresses the overseas service cost problem. When a production line halts, the downtime cost alone can reach $2,500 per hour. Sending a senior engineer overseas adds a further 5 man-days of travel cost per incident. Our platform enables the same expert to join a fully contextualized virtual diagnostic session within minutes. In validated deployments, fault resolution dropped from 13 hours to 3 hours, a 76% reduction, without any physical travel. The second advantage, AI milling quality assessment, solves the knowledge transfer crisis facing the precision machining industry. Experienced machinists who can identify overcut causes by sound or feel are retiring faster than they can be replaced. Our AI model encodes that diagnostic logic numerically, classifies faults as either program side or mechanical side errors, and does so with no additional sensor hardware, lowering the total cost of AI adoption significantly. The third advantage, adaptive scene generation, targets the flexibility challenge of high-mix, low-volume manufacturing. As factories reconfigure their lines more frequently, the cost of reprogramming AGV paths, revalidating safety fences, and retesting robot handoffs accumulates. Our scene generation engine accepts a natural language description of the new line layout and automatically composes the virtual commissioning environment, targeting a 50% reduction in setup time and a greater than 95% scene acceptance rate. This slide summarizes 3 industrial use cases. In 2023, we partnered with system integrator and machine tool builder to establish a digital manufacturing showcase at an university training site. The deployment provided the first real-world validation that our immersive interface is intuitive enough for both teaching and production use. The key outcome: fault resolution time fell from 13 hours to 3 hours, confirming that remote expert access through our VR platform is a viable substitute for on-site presence. In 2024, we scaled into 2 high-value sectors. At semiconductor sputtering equipment manufacturer site, we digitized 18 standard operating procedure apps spanning manufacturing, after-service, and quality assurance. The AR-guided assembly workflow, combined with real-time AI learning assessment, compressed staff training cycles from 90 days to 30 days. In 2025, we entered international territory by facilitating a collaboration between internation companies. We built a virtual casting production line that overcomes the time zone and geographic barriers of cross-border commissioning. The expected result: large workpiece setup and alignment time reduced by 33%, 120 minutes to 80 minutes, and anomaly diagnosis time cut from 3 hours to 1 hour. Here is the case that deserves deeper examination, as it represents the full end-to-end deployment of our platform in a high-precision semiconductor context. We collaborate with a company that manufactures sputtering equipment used in semiconductor thin film deposition. The assembly process involves complex multi-unit procedures across 3 departments: manufacturing, after-sales service, and quality assurance, each with distinct SOP requirements. Prior to our intervention, staff turnover exceeded 30% annually, training new technicians took 90 days, and overseas service calls required 5 man-days per case at a personnel cost of $2,000, not counting the customer's downtime cost of $2,500 per hour. Our deployment covered 18 apps, digital SOP guides built on our AR platform that use real-time image comparison to verify each assembly step. The system checks whether the correct components are installed in the correct orientation, records the result, and flags deviations immediately. Trainees receive instant feedback rather than waiting for end-of-line inspection, accelerating skill acquisition dramatically. Training cycles dropped from 90 days to 30 days, a 67% reduction, and the platform is now embedded in the company's standard onboarding process. Looking ahead, the roadmap extends this capability through the NVIDIA Omniverse platform. In collaboration with NVIDIA, we are developing a vision language model-based diagnostic agent that can autonomously identify machining anomalies, chatter, tool breakage, wear, overcut from 3D mesh and point cloud data. The agent will combine sensor signals with a RAG knowledge base to pinpoint root causes and generate maintenance reports. This work, currently in legal review for a $600,000 collaboration agreement, represents the next frontier, a fully autonomous manufacturing intelligence layer built on open industrial standards. Thanks for your time, and I look